What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. And listen, people, man, we have got a brand new podcast. This is called The Quad. You know what I'm saying? We've got some big hitters in the building, man. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. But what I need you to do is hit the like button. I want you lot to show love to their channels. Links will be in the description. But we have a brand new podcast, man. And it's about time, man. I thought, I'm looking at the United scene, yeah? And I'm not seeing a podcast that I feel like will resonate to a lot of people. It might be banter, it might be therapy. We're going to mix it all together. I hope you lot like it. I hope you lot enjoy it. And yeah, man, lads, what we're saying, I'm going to introduce to you, first and foremost, Liban. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, my brother. I'm excited for this one. I can't lie. I think we needed this kind of space. I can't lie. We needed this one still.
We needed it, yeah. We needed. Listen, I know there's a lot of Ride the Storm. I don't know if there's any more left in you, but we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
No, there's no more riding. I'm tired of riding, man.
Great start, man.
I need. I jumped.
Yeah, that one there. Yeah, see you later, man. You get me? That's a. You know what they do on that one? They do a timeout. That's what they do. On, you get me? This is timeout. You know what it was there? That's a straight timeout. You know what it was?
No, has to be done.
Well, big up to you, Lee Ben. We got to my bottom here. We got man like Abs Busquets. What are you telling me, Abs?
Yes, sir. What you saying, my brother, man? Yeah, man. Saeed hit the boys up. It's like the Avengers were assembled quickly. Come on, done quickly for the boys, man. But yeah, this one should be fun, man. Love talking about United and I rate the random's opinion, so should be fun.
Yeah,
except for Livan. Except for Livan.
I knew. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that, you little nass.
I big up to you, man. Big up to Abs. And obviously, we got man like Hussein from Barra Brothers, man. Big up to you, Hussein. How are you, bro?
All good, my boy. All good. Pleasure to be on here. Thank you for bringing me, Liban, and Abs together again. Because last time we sat down for a Man United chat, it wasn't the best. So
I feel like... talk to me about that one because, yeah, man. What happened? Let the people know if they don't know already. Let the people know, man.
So obviously, when Sharky's about, obviously we're talking about SDS. When Sharky's about, there's a bit more like freedom, not freedom. There's a bit more control. Like boys are talking about their points, whatever. Sharky's there to, tell the boys, all right, you stop now. Sharky got up and replaced himself with me. I came in, my head's hot. This is the day after we just got whacked by Spurs. My head's hot. Liban's head's hot. Abs was singing Amorim's name last week. This week he's saying, I want him out. So we're all gone. Yeah. I come in, wallahi, Saeed, 5 seconds. As soon as I've jumped in, I see a vein pop out of Liban from here. I've never seen it before in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'm still looking.
I don't know where it is. Yeah.
I don't even know where it is. Well, I've been looking for it since that day.
Well, never come out.
Me and you on the same page, though. Me and you on the same page.
Me and you on the same page, but I'm a bit more like, I'm still riding.
Yeah, see, he hasn't hopped off.
Okay, so
that's
timeout.
That's another timeout. You feel me?
Yeah.
Saying, you get me? Like, yeah, man. Yeah, it's a madness. But we are here, man. You get me? And I feel like I chose the right group, bro, because I feel like we've all got different opinions, and because a lot of people they've got this perception, where, like, for me, for example, like, yo, Saeed's always mad. So I thought, let me just bring a balance to this. You get me? And we all have different opinions. Let's see what the man them are really thinking. And I feel like this is the best space for it, man. And like I said, this season, it's a big season, man. I've got high expectations. I don't know how you guys are thinking, but I'll start off with you, Abs, man. What's your feeling right now as a Man United fan? Be honest, like, how do you feel right now?
Right now, just coming off the Liverpool game, it's obviously a historic win that we were all absolutely happy that it happened. That was a very, very big one. But touching on what you guys were talking about earlier, I felt as though I felt like Conor McGregor before he fought Khabib, but it was like he's telling guys when he's gonna knock them out, what round, how he's gonna do it. That's what I was doing on that emergency meeting. I was letting my brothers know that the car crash is coming. And I'm sorry, regardless of whether we won these last two Premier League games, the first time in this manager's tenure at the club that he won 2 Premier League games. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Big round of applause for Ruben Amorim. But he won 2 games back to back, and guys are still riding. But Runti, the realness is I tried to let the brothers know early on what the situation would be like. We haven't reached game week 10 yet, because on that pod, we said, let's wait. The boys said, we'll give it 10 games and then we'll give our judgment then. Within the first 5 games, the brothers realized that it's not happening. This guy isn't the right man for the club. But My mentality is this now. The owner came out a couple of weeks ago and said he's staying for 3 years. So I am not going to be here banging on about Amorim out week in, week out. There's no benefit in it. I'm just going to get tired. It's unnecessary because he's staying for 3 years. I just have to accept that this is the case and take the positives like that Liverpool win. That's the stance that I'm at right now. Very numb to the situation. No,
absolutely. I think I'm with you. I don't think it's going to be for 3 years, but I think they made it quite clear that they are riding the storm. You know what I mean? Like they listen to me then. They've you know what I mean? Maybe 1 year too late because that was the whole message last year. But they are, and I feel like ultimately, if they would have sacked him after the Europa League final. I think right now, this squad, lads, I don't know about you, but I think this is one of the best kind of squad we've had in a while. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. In terms of the recruitment has been good. And I feel like maybe if they bring in another manager, they're probably thinking, you know what, you have to start again. And starting again sometimes isn't probably the best thing, especially for United fans. We don't really like change. But Liebert, like, gimmick, man, this season, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I've been looking for your tweets. I've not seen it, bro. I've not seen no Ride the Storm gimmicks, bro. What's going on?
Yeah. Nah, do you know what it is? Kind of coming off what Abs was saying. Obviously, last season, I gave the manager grace, and I said I was going to give him grace early on because I knew the situation that he had come in. I understood the mess we were in. I understood all the complications, both on and off the pitch. So for me, my mind was, I can't really give this guy a fair judgment on that season because of the climate he came into and all this and everything that came with it. So in that emergency meeting, I even said to Abs in that emergency meeting, like, if you're on the stance of get the manager out, there's not much I can argue with. Like, if anyone says Amorim out, you have to kind of respect it because he hasn't really given us anything to hold on to. But my stance was, I can't tell if it's the players. I can't tell if it's the manager issue. I don't know if it's a combination of both. But I said, let's at least give this manager the window. Let's give him the summer. Let him get some people in. And then we can make a real fair assessment from the new season. I said 10 games. I think Hussein said 10 games. I think even me and you, Saeed, privately.
Yeah, I said 10 games.
Said 10 games. We all said 10 games. I think 10 games is a fair judgment. That takes you into November. So I think that's enough time to give a fair assessment to a manager and see, you know, is this the right man or not? And that's the kind of stance I was at. But also, sometimes things can happen that unfortunately takes away that grace. You know, there's some things that there's some things that can happen that can change the scenario and also make things unforgivable. For me, that Grimsby result was unforgivable. And I think most of my United fans will agree that performance against Grimsby is unacceptable. So based on that, obviously there was anger, there was frustration, and obviously I changed my thoughts. And I'm still on the opinion now that I don't think this manager will succeed. I still think that the writing's on the wall for him, which is why, yes, we beat Liverpool yesterday and we're on a 2-game streak, but the real test we know is Brighton at home. We know what does
writing on the wall mean?
Writing on the wall means that his fate is gonna ultimately.
Because it sounds like you're almost about to say, I don't think this manager will be successful at United. Do you believe that?
I just said that.
Yeah.
I just said that.
So we have 2 more games to reach 10 games, by the way. So it's Brighton. Obviously, it's a bogey team, like you mentioned. Yeah, that's a big one that we have to look at because after this big win, can we make it 3 wins in a row? Then it's Forest, who are going to have a new manager bounce with Sean Dyche. Yeah. So after these 2 games, I understand the point you're basically saying is my main thing in that emergency meeting was like, I couldn't see how you, man, couldn't see what this guy was going to do, if that makes sense. I feel like it didn't take a lot of foresight off from what he did from December to the Europa League final to say there are bad things happening here, and there are fundamentally bad things happening here. Now, to be fair to him, what he's done now is kind of, we don't try and build up anymore. We're a team that goes long, we're direct, and that worked in the Liverpool game even without a striker. Won the second balls a lot. We have some good players there. One thing we can't deny: recruitment in the summer.
Yeah.
Cunha and Buemo, top players. They're very, very good Premier League players, regardless of whether Cunha's got a J or not. My only thing is, by the way in which we had performed and the way in which he coached from last season, I felt like it should have been so much louder in the summer and should have been so much clearer that there isn't a way for it to work. That was my only thing. Not to touch up on that too many times, but the only thing that my main feeling going into that emergency meeting after the Europa League final was just, I've seen enough to know he can't be a success. And I'm like, I don't, even the way he was talking, he was saying good days are coming, but he's being stubborn. He's not implementing and platforming young players. He's not our best players in Kobe, for example. I think there was just so much that was so clear from last season. And what I want to get from you guys, and I'll ask Hussein this as well, because I haven't heard from him in a bit. But do you think that there was enough from last season to say it won't be a success? Or are there things you have seen this season that have changed that might give you a bit more confidence?
Do you want me to answer that?
Inshallah.
Yeah. Well, Abs, great question. Now, I think me and Liban sat back last season. We said, if you are Amorim out, I hear it, but I don't think this is his final version. I don't think it's his final form, which is why, Abs, the word centre back was triggering to me, because I'm like, I don't know if we're going into next season with centre back and build up in this. And lo and behold, it hasn't happened, right? So we've spoken about, even last season, I said, get him a goalkeeper, get him a striker. Already we go up X amount of places. That already is a game changer. Lamins has come in. We're unbeaten under Lamins. Cool, back to back, but still, we've never gone back to back before. Wallahi, I watched the comp today of Anana's top 5 worst mistakes, broski.
You put yourself through that. You actually put yourself through that.
It came up on my For You page against my will. Against my will, it came up on my For You page. So, like, we've got a new goalkeeper, we've got a new striker. The 2 players behind the striker look good. And don't forget, it's a brand new front three. So even the players on the front three, and even, okay, let's say Sesko comes off, Mount comes on. He didn't even play a lot last season. So we're still kind of morphing and we're still changing. That's why I didn't want to get too hung up on last season of like, oh, but he's not playing his system. And he is playing his system and it's not looking good. So we don't know if it's going to look good next season, blah, blah, blah. The writing's on the wall. For me, it was like, I'm willing to wait. I know this isn't how his final system looks like. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to see. And even, I'll be honest, I feel like this season's been weird, bro. Like, you look at Arsenal fans, you look at Liverpool fans, you look at United fans, it's been either one extreme or the other within the space of about 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Weird, bro. It's been such a weird season. So even, I'll be honest, bro, like, I was speaking to Sharky about this before. The first game, cool. We played well against Arsenal. We didn't win. But for me, coming into the first game of the season, off pre-season, you can't really judge too much. You have to wait until the first game of the season. I saw signs of improvement. I was like, all right, cool. It's not a win, but it's improvement from what we saw last season. A lot more, right? Then we go to Fulham. Bruno Fernandes has a penalty that he misses. And I know I sound a bit like a madman, but in the first 15 minutes, we absolutely peppered them. We should have been like 3-0 up. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you could miss a couple of chances as well.
Exactly. So cool, that happens. Grimsby, on my life, if Beetlejuice was managing Manchester United and we go to Grimsby, we should still come away with a win. I don't care what anyone says. For me, that's not on the manager. Yes, at the time, I was absolutely fuming. Liban, even me and him was talking. That's when I saw the vein again. Like, I remember, I saw the vein one more time. Yeah, I saw it one more time. I saw the vein against Grimsby. Then you look at Brentford. Yeah, that's a crazy one. Then you look at Brentford. Again, Bruno misses a penalty. We have a goalkeeper who's actually good at saving shots and goal. That game is different. And by the way, Fulham, Craven Cottage historically hasn't been an easy place for us to go. Brentford hasn't been an easy place for us to go. So I just feel like the extreme was too extreme this season. I'm willing to wait. I made a promise to myself that I'm not going to say sack a manager after what happened with Ten Hag, because Saeed, Liban, Abs, I've already told you lot, we've gone through every single manager the world has to offer, and all of them have failed. So for me, even if the manager, I can see the writings on the wall, for me, just for my own sanity, I'm not just going to say sack him. It's beyond the point.
You think it's a deeper issue? You think it's a deeper issue then?
1,000,000%, bro. It's a cultural issue. And I feel like Amorim, you can say what you want about him on the pitch. You can say no matter what. Tactically, I feel like culturally, he is changing the club inside out. The owners clearly see that, which is why they've come out publicly and said, we're giving him 3 years. That's a big statement to say. You've got the whole world against you, and you're saying, we're going to come out and give him 3 years. Whether they do or they don't is a different situation. But he's culturally changing the club inside out, same way Arteta did. And you can see the players are on his side, bro. There aren't coming out these leaks that the dressing room's going against him. The players are on his side.
Yeah, you're right. No, I'm with Hussein on that. You know, just to be clear, I haven't explicitly said on any platform. Hold on. Have I said it? Check. I said, oh, what's that?
No, wait for what you said. No,
I changed his mind.
No. Listen to my words very clearly.
Yeah, I want to hear what he's saying. Let him glad.
I've never said explicitly on any platform, whether it's mine, whether it's SDS or anyone else's platform. I've never said explicitly sack Amorim.
Yeah.
But what I have said is I can't see how things improve under Amorim and the writers on the wall for him. The reason why I'm saying that very clearly is because I don't want us to fall into the trap of we see patterns and we see the inconsistencies and we see us not getting the results we need, and then we decide to pull the plug in, let's say late November, December. By that point, our season's done. If you're
is it done?
It is. Trust me, Saeed.
Why is it done?
Because I feel like everybody else in the league has gotten stronger, and there's too many teams now that competing for the European spot.
I disagree. I think the league is actually overrated. I don't think it's as good as what people say. Yes, it's entertaining, but Tottenham, they haven't got a better squad than us. I'm sorry, man, but everyone's beating each other. I don't think as easy as to say that the league is done or we're done in November. Generally, if you win 2-3 games, you shoot up this league. You really do. You can, if you go on a little bit of a run, right? You go up this table, and that's why I believe like this season more than ever, you're seeing teams beat each other. You're seeing teams like be competitive. Look at Brighton; they beat Newcastle. Like there's madness is going on. So I believe,
Saeed,
No,
say I hear where you're coming from, but the thing is, it can go both ways. We saw last season when Amorim came in, we was what, like 4 points off top 4 or something when he came in.
we were.
And look how far behind we got.
That was a different squad, though. That was a different squad, though.
It was, but my thing is this: if you're gonna sack a manager and get in a new manager, it's not a guarantee that results will instantly improve. The manager might have to change the system. The manager might have to work out who's his players and who's not. In that process, we might end up losing points or losing games. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So for me, it's the risk. I would rather, if you're gonna make a decision, you make that decision as quickly as possible, so that therefore we can still salvage our season. So we give ourselves more breathing space. If you decide to pull the plug in December or late November, by that point it's harder, bro. I'm not saying that it can't be done, because it can be done, but I'm saying it becomes much more difficult because all the other teams around us are all stable. You understand? Even if they are losing points, they're more stable than us. And that's my issue. So for me, it's not necessarily even about whether, lights are gone.
Lights are gone, man. Yo.
Crazy.
The building said, shut up, man. Wrap it up.
They're telling me it's dark out here. It's dark. It's dark. They're telling me it's dark.
Just say wrap it up, man.
But that's my thing. But like I said, I see the writing on the wall. Obviously, I would love for Amorim to prove me wrong.
I think we all do, man. We all do. Now we're all Man United fans, bro. Yeah.
If he proves me wrong, wallahi, I'll celebrate it, because I'll be like, thank God, that means Manchester United are going back to the glory days again, and we're gonna be a club that's respected again and competing again. I'll be more than happy. I'll take that over being right. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So for me, it's nothing to do with Amorim. It's more so I'm tired. I just want to see my club back, bro. I just want to see my club in the title races. I'm tired, bro. It's 10 years.
Yeah. To be fair though, I think. Sorry, I was gonna say it's gonna be an up and down season. So listen, I don't think it's wrong to say get Amorim out, but there are going to be times, right, that this season, just prepare for it, that we're going to play well, like against Liverpool. And if you're so far Amorim out, where do you stand when we have like a nice little run? Where do you stand now when it kind of looks a bit positive, where the players are looking a bit good, they're looking a bit positive? Now it gets a bit toxic.
By the way, where did you all predict to finish the season? Right. Just go one by one. Where did you all predict to finish?
I said I'd be happy with top 10.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
I think I said 8th.
I said 5th still. I said 5th before the season started.
I said 5th.
No, I said 8th.
Mm.
Yeah, let me add
7th
to 5th.
I just want to, Hussein, you said just now, where do the people Amorim out? Where would they stand if they go on a bit of a run? The same, vice versa is also true. Mm-hmm. Going after the, and I think Ineos didn't pay for the light bill, Liban. There's something. What's going to happen here? Can someone walk into the door? Or you have to. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Ineos didn't pay the light bill, man. Let's get Amorim didn't send funds. Amorim didn't send funds. For what the back in the game,
Sharky's not paying the bills.
Sharky didn't send the funds. But there's a couple of things that I heard that I didn't like, if I'm being honest. This concept that we've had so many different types of managers means that we should stick by one. It's something that when Liban said it of Ten Hag, I was against it then. Just because you don't want to break the cycle. Just because you want to break the cycle of just sacking managers with different projects and different types of managers, that doesn't mean when you have a wrong manager in, you should stick by him. For me, the mentality of Man United has to be now to be where the top modern day football clubs are. Sir Alex Ferguson isn't here anymore. There are no more Sir Alex Fergusons. If their name is not Pep Guardiola, you're not going to see dynasties of football anymore. The reality of the matter is you have to move like a top modern day football club. Take the emotion out of decisions like this. And that is what Ineos have not done. And that is where they have failed, in my opinion. They have showed ruthlessness when it comes to players, getting rid of Rasmus Højlund a season or two after getting him in, getting rid of Garnacho. They showed ruthlessness when it came to players. And they showed ruthlessness when it came to the board level. Dan Ashworth comes in and he goes out within a couple of months. But the only place that they haven't shown ruthlessness is to arguably the most important role in Manchester United Football Club, which is the manager of the football club.
But doesn't that say a lot about what they think about him, Abs? Sorry to interrupt, but doesn't that say a lot of how highly they value him and that how sure they are that they think that this is the right guy? Like, listen, there's a lot that we can only judge Ruben Amorim on the pitch and on the press conference. There's a lot, I'm sure, that goes on at training and behind the scenes in the meetings, stuff that I need to know what he's telling them in these meetings, what he's probably laid out the foundation and said, I'm going to change this is rotten, I need to, whatever he's done, he's clearly blown them away for them to say, listen, you lost against Grimsby and we still came out and backed you.
I think Saeed's hit the nail on the head there. It's the same issue that we have with him every press conference that I have with him every press conference. I stopped listening to Amorim press conferences because he qualities me. He qualities me. I know what I'm seeing on the football pitch. And all the things that you mentioned that he might do behind the scenes are nowhere near as important as the only thing that a manager is judged by. Results. And there's one club that it should be like that more than any other club in the world of football, and that's Manchester United. You should be judging them results on the football pitch.
Okay, why I disagree with you though, yeah? This is why I disagree with you, yeah? It's because I understand what you're saying in terms of modern clubs and how they should behave and that, but you have to put context into our situation. How many top managers have come through this door, yeah, who have been successful, who have pedigree? We're talking about project managers that are being touted to be the next big thing. How many of them have come through this door, bro? And we've made them look like they've never done a coaching license in their life.
True.
And same with players. How many players?
What does that mean, though, Lee? Does that mean that when the person comes in and they are not that, you should stick by them, or you should go again?
But my point is this, Abs. Even with players, so this is not just a managerial thing. Even players are coming through the door. Top players are coming from top European teams, coming through the door, and it's like almost like Judge. They're losing their powers coming through this door. Yeah. So you couple the situation with the managers, and you couple the situation with players. There's something there that needs to be addressed that has nothing to do with the players. It has nothing to do with the managers. It's the culture at the club. And that's why I disagree with your angle of we just chop and change, because if you're chopping and changing and there's something deep rooted that's causing the problems and you're not addressing it, it don't matter who's managing. We clearly, because we've had Ruben Amorim, we've had Ten Hag, we've had Mourinho, we've had Louis van Gaal, we've had how many managers have come through this door, bro?
Say Ollie's name as well. Say Ollie's name as well.
All of them. How many of them have come through the door, bro? And the storyline is the same. It's the same story. It's just different characters every season. So that tells me it's nothing to do with the coaches. It's nothing to do with the players. There's something deep rooted in the culture, in the environment that's causing this same pattern to happen season.
But there's one culture that is more important than any other culture in football, and that's winning. Winning breeds culture. Like all of these things are solved if you have the people best put in place to win games of football.
Yeah, but like we've seen that though. We've seen that with Mourinho.
We could go right now because you mentioned it, because of Aliba mentioned players and managers. We could go into now the context and the different reasons why it didn't work for him and it didn't work for him. That's why I'm trying to keep this a general conversation rather than talking about whether the fact that was Jose robbed by the time that he came to Man United, was Van Gaal robbed by the time he came to Man United. I think all those conversations they're futile. We'll be here all day long. And did we sign world-class players? Too few and far between. It's Pogba. The next world-class player that comes in is Bruno. Like it's so much. Like there's so much issues. I just want to talk about the culture that is the most important thing. The point I'm trying to make here is a winning culture. And Manchester United should always stick by.
We agree. Can I ask a question, Abs? Can I ask a question?
Talk to me.
Do you think generally, bro, hand on heart, do you think it's a coincidence, that every player that leaves Manchester United go on to do better? Do you think that's just a coincidence?
But now we have to investigate that statement that you made now. We have to investigate whether every person. Okay. So name me a couple of players that you believe that went on to better things after Manchester United.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do off of recent. I could go far further back. I'm gonna just do off recent. Okay. Anthony Ria Betis, McTominay. You got Rashford. You got I already just named you 3 players that got shipped off last year. Just 3 players already. Hoyland now. Okay. Yeah.
My only response to that.
De Gea took a break. He took a hiatus out of football, came back, and he's still playing well.
Yeah, it's true.
But we have recruited well though. We have recruited well though. We don't. I'm not missing them players.
Yeah.
The problem is though is for me. It's not what we've sold, it's what we've recruited. I think that's been the biggest problem for Man United. So when we've sold the players, we've not got someone better. For me, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm taking Mbeumo all day over the players that you guys are talking about. Garnacho,
Right.
Højlund, Sesko, for me, taking him all day ahead of Højlund. Same with Cunha, taking him all day ahead of the players that left. So the good thing what Ineos have done now, though, they've implemented a good recruitment strategy, and now the players that are coming in now are very good, and I'm happy. I'm not regretting when they're doing well. I'm saying, yo, big up, man. You know what I mean? Before I was like, damn, man, I have to do a couple of hate watches here, man. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I mean, bro? Do you know what I'm saying, bro? But we're good, and that for me is more important. But I am in agreement with Abs is that yes, we could talk about culture, but the bottom line is, man, we're not going to have this long-term success. It is going to be sack higher. Bayern Munich do it, Juventus do it, all of these clubs do it, but yet there's not kind of a but look at Juventus and Bayern Munich. Why are they so short-term thinking, bro? Listen, it's about winning. To breed confidence.
But
the best game model ever is winning. It's the best game model. It solves every problem that you guys are mentioning right now.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, Levan, let me just add to that, I don't think football's as black and white as you're making it out to be. You're making it seem like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying as if like winning is the mentality, winning should be the culture, winning then breeds more winning, and it's all like roses and daisies and all this kind of stuff. If that's the case, why does it go wrong with managers who inevitably have won something, but then inevitably get sacked? Van Gaal won us an FA Cup, got sacked. Mourinho won us a Europa League, got sacked, came second, got sacked. Ole got a second, got sacked. Like, yes, you can win, but eventually it doesn't mean
Mention Ten Hag as well, please.
Hey man, I don't talk about that guy.
So we doing an Arteta then here? We doing like
I think this is the first time I've seen Manchester United get a manager in. It's gone much worse, and then hopefully it gets better. But that's the only thing I can hope for, that it's going to get better. If it ends in a failure, wallahi, all of this was a waste of time. But if he manages, if he manages to change the culture and then we start winning, in my opinion, that's more sustainable than winning on rotten foundations. And then those foundations will inevitably.
I agree. That's a fair point.
Do you know the manager that destroys that argument?
Go on, mate.
It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And so some of you, all three of you, may not want to agree with that. But we talk about culture. You talk about culture being reset. You can't tell me, as a Man United fan, there wasn't a moment where the highs felt higher. I'm sorry. As a Man United fan, whether you wanted him out or not, that night in Paris, some of them City wins, there were moments that felt like there was an actual culture change. There's this quote that Ashley Young was walking out of a change, and finally we're talking about what Manchester United means. These things are tangible, right? But what he was able to do is have an effect on the culture while not finishing 15th. He was able to compete and get Champions League places while also helping the culture of the football club. We didn't have directors of football in place. And don't get me wrong, the people that they brought in at the time of Ole was not the best people. Don't get me wrong. Things were changing in the football club. So I can make the exact same argument that you're talking about Amorim and he must be wowing people and things must be changing behind the scenes. Yeah. Things were changing behind the scenes. And there's one other point. Point you mentioned. You said, when I say winning is the solution in culture, I'm not talking from the perspective of a coach, because I'm not naive enough to expect that a coach should win 38 games in a Premier League season. I'm talking about from the perspective of someone who runs a football club. Your aim should be, what can I do and who can I put in positions of power to ensure that winning happens as often as possible? That is the only thing I'm mentioning. I'm not talking about, of course, a manager is not going to win every single game. There will be moments of struggle. There will be peaks and troughs for sure throughout the whole tenure. But all I'm saying is, can you put the people in place to ensure that winning is a higher probability? That's all that I'm being mentioned. And that matters directors, players, and coaches.
Okay, but you mentioned Ole. I hear you in terms of it felt like United again, it gave us a lot of highs. We're talking about the same Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who openly criticized Marcus Rashford, then came out the next press conference and apologized for it. The same one who Pogba was openly flirting with other teams, saying that he wanted to leave Manchester United. We're talking about the one who we paid players whatever they wanted coming through the door, and we signed Ronaldo when he didn't even want Ronaldo. We're talking about that culture, right? A culture where, he might make players feel good, but we're still, the foundations are fundamentally wrong. I feel like Amorim is ripping how many managers wanted Rashford out? Ten Hag fell out with Rashford. Ole fell out with Rashford. Mourinho, even there was talks that he fell out with Rashford. Amorim's the only one who came in and said, listen, I'd rather play my goalkeeping coach than play a guy who's not trying. He's the only one who put his foot down and said that. And I feel like with Man United fans, we go from one extreme to another where like, we wanted a guy to come in, put his foot down. We wanted a guy to be stubborn with his tactical approach because Ten Hag was always wishy-washy, and he came in and said, I'm not even going to play the Ajax way. Brother, why did we hire you then? We hired you off your CV.
Yeah.
You
Good
call
point.
us in the interview, and then you come in and said, actually, no, that's all gone out the window. Now we've come in with a guy who is being ruthless, who is saying, no, they're going to learn my tactical approach because I know this works. And we're telling him, bro, go change. And on that, by the way, wait, Abs, on that.
He doesn't know it works. He doesn't know it works at this level.
No problem. Have you seen a difference, be honest, between last season and the Arsenal game, firstly? Secondly, the Arsenal game and that Liverpool game. Has there been a difference?
That's actually, you reminded me of another point I said earlier. I'm not actually of the opinion that we played well against Arsenal, and that's another thing that we disagree about.
I think we did.
I think we had good chances.
Trying to do the I'm different thing. Listen, just be
no, genuinely, I thought we had good chances, but I thought
the standards might be low. I hate Abs. The standards might be low, but
they must be.
I do. Even for me, I can't lie.
The standards are getting close to Jahannam. It's ridiculous what I'm seeing right now. But I'm saying the only point I'm making is that there was individual brilliance for sure. There were moments of quality, but in terms of chances that were created, in terms of an approach, a team that has an idea, and are they actually planning out their idea? They did it a lot more in the Liverpool game, for sure. But Hussein, I saw this Liverpool game last season, but it wasn't against Liverpool; it was against City, and we beat City at Etihad, and it was unbelievable. It was definitely a game plan. No, it most certainly was. But let me land with this. No, it definitely, the idea was to be hard to beat, stubborn to beat. Liverpool hit the post 16 million times in the game the other night as well. That could have easily gone a different way. But all I'm saying is,
and how many chances do we miss? Now
we missed chances. The only point I'm mentioning is that we have had a big result against tough opposition that were rivals.
You don't buy into this, then, Abs. You don't buy into this Liverpool result.
No, I don't buy into it. I'm very happy about it. It's a great result to happen, and I celebrate.
In the context of what's to come in terms of momentum.
Nothing's hugely changed for me, because are we going to play like that against Brighton? Are we going to sit back?
We can move on to that. Okay, we'll move on to that.
Go on, Saeed, go on.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, sorry, I think momentum is key as we kind of now move on to the Brighton game.
Yeah. This
whole thing of momentum, it's with Man United, we've never had it. If you look at the actual results, hopefully there's some graphics that show you. It's been LLW, LLLL, It's been madness. You feel me?
Yeah.
Lee Ben, where is this? You think now Amorim can turn a corner now with this Brighton game? Because I know we've got Forest and whatever manager bounce, but is this the one? Was that game the catalyst for you for change? Do you believe? Or you maybe Abs are saying, "Oh, calm down a little bit here because we're getting a bit too excited."
I think there's an opportunity there. The opportunity is there. I feel like this is the first time. Well, I don't know if you don't agree with me, but I feel like this is the first time where we've had such a big win. Obviously, everyone's got the euphoria of the win against Liverpool, but I think it's the first time where everyone's like, wait, hold on a second, Brighton on Saturday. Usually we don't do that. Usually we the whole week we're celebrating, we're going mad, we're getting excited for the next game. I think this is the first time I've seen as a collective, generally as a fan base, where we've said, everyone, let's chill out for a second. Brighton at home, it's going to be a harder game than Liverpool. And if you look at Manchester United of recent, bro, every single time we've had an opportunity to bounce off a result, we fumbled it.
Yeah.
Every single time, especially under Amorim. Which is why we haven't got back-to-back wins. Because every time we say, "Oh, this could be the win that could be the catalyst," what ends up happening? We end up going backwards again. So I'm not going to get my hopes up again, especially against. Let me just go back again one more time, and I come back in.
There we go.
Pay the bill, man. Sharky, pay the bill, man.
Yeah. But I'm not going to get too excited. I generally believe the game against Brighton on Saturday is actually a harder game than what we just did on Sunday. In my opinion, Brighton one being a team that always tends to beat us, whether it's home or away. And also every time we're a team that every time we come up against a team that we are expected to be on the front foot, we always struggle. So again, Saturday in front of the home crowd, so you'll probably be in the stadium.
Yeah.
You will probably expect us to be on the front foot. But I feel like that's where this team struggles, and I feel like that's where Amorim's struggles with this team is when we're meant to be on the front foot. I feel like we just can't do it. It's just a team. I don't know.
That's a big black mark on a coach, by the way.
It is.
Big black mark on a coach, especially when I want to be Man United manager.
But I'm hoping, like you and I'm sure we're all the same. We're hoping generally that this time, for once, we can actually make this, our bounce back, make this, build some momentum going into the next international break, inshallah. But I'll say one thing. These next 3 games, Brighton, Forest, Tottenham, I genuinely think this is make or break for Amorim.
I agree.
Bro.
I agree.
think this is make or break for him, bro. I think this is the final trial period where if things go horribly wrong, I don't see him go past the international break, generally.
I think this is huge. I really do think this is a huge game. I don't know if you've seen the actual stats behind Amorim in terms of when they have possession and when they don't have possession. He's winning games more without the possession. So we're actually getting more points without possession.
Manager of Manchester United is winning more games.
I think, you know what? Yeah, I think this is almost like he needs this little survival period and then we may kick on. I still don't believe that. But I generally think like it's mad to be a Man United fan, yeah, where we generally don't know what we're getting from week to week. We don't know what the starting lineup's going to be. We don't know how we feel. We don't know if the players have posted what they need to post. Have Man United tweeted correct? Has Amorim done a good press conference? Like, bro, it's mad. Like, generally, I mean, seriously, guys. Like,
no, you're right.
Facets of Man United right now where we're still unstable, and I feel like this game here, Brighton game, will be the one where, the in-house fighting, the little bickering that maybe Hussein you're talking about might stop a little bit. And you know what, man? Now we won, man. We smoked Brighton. We beat them.
Yeah.
We went 3 games in a row now. So all of a sudden, you can't be as negative. I'm not saying we're negative, but you can't be as like, well, I don't know, man. I don't really want to put my hopes up and then you come crush it down. Because then the thing is, yeah, I'm not saying you get beat by Nottingham Forest here, but all of a sudden, that result, okay, cool. We won 3, we've lost 1. Okay, cool. It's not the end of the world. We beat Tottenham. Then you look at it thinking, rah, you've picked up a good result. No, but Abs, you have to be honest.
I just remembered that we said, well, you're right, but I just remembered we're Manchester United Football Club.
No, I hear you. But it's going to be up and down.
No, I hear you. No, 100%. I hear you.
No, but that's my thing. Abs, that's my thing. We can't do that with Manchester United. Look at us in the last 12 years, bro. We need to stop this. I think that's, when I ever hear people say we're Manchester United, it's so what? So let's look at the reality of what we actually are. So what, bro?
No, we're closer to Newton Heath.
Bro. Listen, Abs, my point is this, yeah.
But you said the last 12 years. Brother, we never finished 15th. This is the lowest. This has to be some point where you just say
this season,
Abs.
That was last season, man.
That's last season. Let's take that out for a second. I'm saying, look at us.
Forget it.
Look at these guys. Look at them. It's like...
No, but look. Abs.
I haven't forgotten.
My thing is, look here, and Mourinho's done this where he's talked about, heritage. Yeah, that's real. For me, that's a real thing. You have to look at the patterns of what we've been over the last 12 years. We can't say we're Manchester United and think that's just gonna solve all our problems. It don't work like
when
that.
When I say that, I don't mean it as that. What I'm saying is there has to be a point. There has to be a lower bound, right? A point where you say, if it goes below this, there has to be some self-pride in the institution that you are. Because there's a reason we all started supporting this football club. Like there's whatever it was, if it was a player, was it a memory, was it your family, whatever it is, there's a reason you started supporting this football club. And that's because the standards were supposed to be of a certain level. Have those standards dropped? Absolutely. I am not delusional enough to say that these last 12 years means that we should. That would mean every year I'll go into it saying we have to win the league. It's not. That's not making sense. But I'm saying there has to be a point where you say Manchester United cannot be associated with finishing 15th. And at that point, and there's a couple other things, that came to mind. I don't want to get distracted too much. Hussein, you mentioned the evolution in which we played our game of in terms of from Arsenal game to the Liverpool game, right?
Yes, bro.
We spoke about how Ten Hag was being wishy-washy and wasn't stubborn on his ideas.
Yeah.
Do you think that him not doing this build-up play anymore with the inverting of whatever position is an evolution, or is that him just saying, "I'm under fire right now. I need to go long"? So do you criticize him the same way you criticize Ten Hag, because he's just saying now anything to get 3 points, which, okay, no problem, because that's how you should be going into games. But you use that as if it's his system isn't at its final evolution. I don't think this is it progressing. I think this is him saying, God damn, I need to put the fire out now.
Great question, Abs. Wallah, you should be a journalist. Honestly, So I personally think it's an evolution. And when I look at Ten Hag's system and when I look at Amorim's system and the tweaks that they made, Ten Hag, bro, this guy would sometimes just bypass the midfield. Sometimes he would get Eriksen to take from the centre back. Sometimes he'll play Eriksen false nine. So he's going mad. He's making huge changes. With Amorim, he's brought in a different goalkeeper. So maybe he's seen that this different goalkeeper is better at something that the previous goalkeeper wasn't good at. So he's like, cool, let me utilize this from this goalkeeper. Also, when I initially said
he utilize Kobe Mino? Why doesn't he look at Kobe Mino and say, utilization might help here. There's a talent here.
The microphone is with me. I also look at I'll come back to that. I'll also look at the reason I even mentioned this in the beginning. When I saw Ahmad and Mbeumo on the same side against Arsenal, I said, this is never going to work. They're both trying to cut in. They're both running into each other's spaces. You tell me now, they don't look like they have a brilliant understanding against Liverpool.
I liked it in pre-season.
But against Arsenal, it didn't look great because we started off, I think, Delo or something, and then
they needed to figure each other out. But I did like it.
Yeah, they're moving the exact same. Now against Liverpool, it's starting to make sense. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's an evolution in itself. Maybe the team gelling, but also if Amorim's saying go long with Lamens and he couldn't do that with Bayendo or Onana, then that's fine, bro. That's fine by me. Maybe he's utilizing the player's strength. About Kobe Minu, that one, wallahi, I'll never understand. But some things, and that's for me. That's for me when I said, okay, you're losing me a little bit, Amorim. I'm not going to say Amorim out, but wallahi, you can't be telling me. But hey,
red flag. It's a red flag.
Agati had a nice turn against Liverpool.
Allah. Here we go. I can't believe there was Agati in comps, man. When did they come out, man? I don't think he even touched the ball. Did he even touch the ball?
No. He done this one. He done this. Saeed, it was cold. He done this one turn. He looked this way.
You know what I love about that turn so much. He did a scan once.
No, that one, he was scared. He was scared. He just looked the other way. He was scared. He was scared. It was fluke. I've done that. I've been there.
Let's talk about the team. I feel like he's got a bit of a dilemma, the manager, because Mason Mount, man, I can't lie. I don't know if you lot rate Mason Mount. I'm of the opinion that he is someone who understands the system, but we need to keep it a buck, man. We did not buy Cunha and Bumo Sesko to be now accommodating Mason Mount. And the reason why I think he's doing it is because of Bruno Fernandes, because he now, for me, needs to protect Bruno Fernandes. So if he goes forward, Mount steps in and they form a three. And then what will happen then is Cunha and Bumo will then go up front and then they will do what they need to do. I just think for me right now, we've done our bit with Mason Mount. We've had a little bit of a run. He's done his bit. But now let's go back to Cunha, Sesko, and Bumo. That's the front three I want to see. And we're at home against Brighton. Come on, man. We can't be saying, well, we have to do this because we have to contain a Brighton. We have to go into shape. That's not evolution for me. When you say evolution, that's not doing what you believe in. That's not, you're containing. You're still thinking about the opposition. I need Amorim to think about, we've got weapons here. We've got players here that can hurt you.
How do I profile them really good to win games? That's exactly what a coach should be thinking.
Agreed. But do you not think it worked against Liverpool where we basically, he saw that Virgil van Dijk and Konate, boys, let's be honest, they're freaks, right? We've struggled to get past them even a few times where you see someone one-on-one and they just get shoved and you're like, bro, what were you even doing here? So intentionally, Lamens, and I think Jamie Carragher done a nice little breakdown. Shout him out. If you guys don't know who he is, check him out. He's a good analyst. Lamens would go long, right? Bro, Mbeumo and Cunha would just be next to Van Dijk and Konate. They'd let them win. They'd let them win the headers. He didn't want someone to go and engage with them in the headers. But as soon as that ball dropped, seconds was ours. So that's why he had those little nimble players that can quickly press, get the ball, and then we go. So I think he done that more so of a tactical tweak to take advantage of that and getting behind Konate and Virgil, which worked in the first minute, literally. They played the ball, we won it back, and then we went. I think against Brighton, though, Sesko, I'd like to see Sesko. I'd like to see more presence in the area where he can win. Literally what happened against Sunderland, bro. Just a ball into the box, header, flicked on, and it's a goal. So
I think with the Mount thing, he's probably the most suited to Amorim's system, was what I've noticed. Definitely, I think Mount, in terms of he's played in that system before. He's used to the system, and I think it's the system that gets the best out of him. Which is why it's not a coincidence that he's performing a lot better this season and he's available. Just go fall out my ear like that. Yeah, crazy.
So, your mic's on your shoulder.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, a little shoulder thing.
Shoulder mic heat.
Yeah, but I think in that sense, it's so I'm not surprised, but we can't get overexcited with Mountain as well. We can't make it seem like he's the
Oracle.
Yeah, exactly. But he's just doing what we kind of expect Mount to do at this point. But it's because our standards are so low, and because our standards are so low, and we're almost like we're starving. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck with us. So we're starving. So when we just see somebody just perform to an acceptable standard, we get excited. But in terms of the squad as a whole, bro, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be honest. I think this is a squad that maybe is 3 or 4 players max away from being a competitive club, a competitive team. 3 or 4 players. Generally, that's how I think.
don't disagree. I agree with that, by the way. I think
we're.
Well, name me the 4 players. Name me the 4 players.
No, I can say positions. I'm not gonna say players.
Yeah, positions.
But I'll say a couple midfielders. I say one more attacker, and probably another centre back. I would say, or even a wing back. Left wing back. Even left wing back. Even a wing back. Yeah, even wing back. But let's say ultimately that's what 4 positions. That's 4 players. That's 4 players, and generally this could look like a whole different team. But the thing is, again, and it's gonna come back to the manager. Results buys you time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see another transfer window if the results don't come. So you need to get the results while you can with the squad that you have, and somehow get it to work. And I feel like we're stuck in this mud, like or this circle of we're like, we need this, but we can't get to this until we do this, but then we can't do that without this, and we're in that cycle. So yes, we can blame the players, we can blame the manager, we can blame so many different things, but ultimately, if we're not getting the results, all these things that we're talking about, they're not gonna come.
Yeah, with Mason Mount, I think he's arguably tactically the most intelligent player that we have in the squad. That's why every club, every coach absolutely adores him. He's someone that understands what a manager wants him to do and executes it almost always has the effort, always has the running and the basics in, while also being a technically sound player. I think that's why he's done well over the last couple of weeks. I hear what you're saying, Saeed, but I think the profiling of Bruno is a mistake anyway. Bruno should be as closer to the attacking box as possible, but then you sign Cunha and Mbeumo. So this is where the criticism comes to the recruitment. I think we've got good players in, and it's a good headache to have, whether to play Cunha or Mbeumo or Mount or Ahmad in one of those 10s. Or, I'm saying you have a good headache, no problem. But my issue comes with the coach's profiling of our best player, which is, in my opinion, is still Bruno Fernandes. So if Bruno Fernandes is not being profiled correctly and he's playing deep in the football pitch, whether you agree with that, is that a timeout?
That's timeout. It's timeout.
That's a timeout.
He called it as well.
Yeah. Timeout, man. That is crazy. Your best player is, that's crazy. But I'll let you.
He's comfortably still our best player. But if you're profiling him incorrectly, then it's going to cause this headache that you have here. I think even Mason Mount is probably more suited to play next to a DM. I don't know if you guys agree, than a Bruno is. Just because we know Bruno's temperament on the ball, as brilliant as he is with the things that he does on the football, he loses the ball way too much to be that deep on the football pitch. But he's brilliant, so that's why it can still work out anyway. But I just think the headache comes from the profiling, which is an issue all over the pitch. And our issue in recruitment was not signing those midfielders that Liban is talking about that could take us to the next level, which I'm in complete agreement with.
Yeah, I agree. I did like that he took Bruno off, though. I'm not going to lie to you, because I feel like sometimes Bruno, like even against Liverpool, you could see he started to fade. He played really well. I'll be honest. I think he played really well for like the first half, a bit of the second half, and then you could see he was lunging into tackles. He started doing a bit too. Liban, come on, man. He started being a bit too extreme. And like forcing stuff. And then Amorim said, "Come on, bro, man, come here," and you took him off. And that for me was something that every manager, even Amorim, would just never do. Even if Bruno's having a stinker, you just never take Bruno off. So I do think Bruno has improved in that position.
How did you turn that into Amorim praise? How did that become Amorim praise? Okay, he's the one that plays him there in the first place.
See, this is why I don't like
Leave, hear what I'm saying.
Liban, chat to him.
He's saying, this is why I don't like. He said Bruno was having a stinker, but that's because of where he's playing. And he decided to play him.
Hold on. This is what I say. This is why Abs. This is where me and you start fighting. Then I have to box you. And then I have to jump in as well. And then he jumps in, and then you leave. You always leave the studio with bruises on your. It's because of that. Listen, like
Oh, smash you
In this game, in this Liverpool game, you have to give Amorim praise. Wallahi, you have to. Because
I'm just saying,
the
how can you
in-game
turn the Bruno thing into praise?
Yeah,
I
but
agree
Bruno
he gets
played
praise for
well.
that game.
I'll say the first. Yeah, he played well in that game. Yes, second half he kind of faded off. He started making mistakes.
Yeah,
and
so he had to come off.
Eventually, he had to come off. But the in-game management, look, Casemiro got booked. He saw one lunge from Casemiro.
Grabbed him out, wallah. Yeah, wallahi.
No,
Casemiro.
No, but that's not true. Casemiro was injured, and that's why he went for the foul.
No,
he had a hamstring. He had a hamstring.
He had a hamstring. He took a
Okay,
foul, and he
he
ultimately subbed.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, we saw that.
It's
Come
good
on.
communication skills from Amorim to understand
The
that.
Ahmad one, maybe, yes. The Ahmad one was good, maybe, man management.
But
Ahmad.
Saeed, but it's not a coincidence he took them
That turned
both
out
off.
good. I like that sub, huh?
Why he took off our two booked players? He took them off. Whether or not it was because of a hamstring injury,
Because of the image,
he came off in the moment that he lunged. The moment he lunged, he was coming off.
Straight
Yeah,
away.
He knew it was coming. He's got 60 in him anyway. Yeah.
He brought on Sesko. He brought on Dorgu. Okay, Ugarte, who people have mixed feelings about. I'm not the biggest Ugarte fan. I've said it for a while now, but he also did his role amazingly, closing off the game in that last half hour. You have to give respect. I think in-game management, I think Amorim got it tactically spot on. And so when we're saying that, when we're praising him, we're not saying this is the greatest manager of all time. And
No,
we're not
you
saying
misunderstood. I think he deserves praise for his setup and his, like Hussein mentioned earlier, the second.
Say well done, please.
Say well done, Amorim.
When you two say Amorim out and get off the fence. What I'm saying is, I don't mind if you're not praising him for that game. I'm saying Bruno playing poorly in that double pivot.
I never said that.
I'm not saying you did. Let me land, Habib, please.
Land, yallah, because there's a lot of turbulence on your flight now.
Yeah, 1 second, brother. We're flying for Beirut. Then Hargeisa, give me a second.
The seatbelt sign is on.
What I'm saying is criticizing Bruno's performance in general, anyone that does it throughout the season, and saying that he needs to come off the pitch. We can't praise the guy who misprofiles him for taking him off the pitch.
Of course, if Bruno plays and he plays an absolute stinker and then Amorim hooks him, I'm not going to say, well done, Amorim, you fielded a stinker and then you replace it. No, I'm just saying that Bruno played well that game against Liverpool at Anfield. Then when he saw glimpses that he was lunging in a bit too much, I even said it to myself, Bruno needs to come off. I was so surprised when I saw his number come up on the board and Bruno actually coming off. I said, raw, like, this is something that we never really used to see. Like, even when Bruno was having a stinker, you just keep him on for the sake because it's Bruno. And I thought that was really stubborn. But I'm glad that he did it. But I do agree, Bruno's best position is that 10. I would love to see Bruno in just a singular 10 by himself. But of course, it's not the case. I do feel like he's doing the best he can in that double pivot. But ultimately, maybe we put a Baleba next to him or something. Maybe he improves. I don't know. But I do miss 10 Bruno. That was a good time.
I think Bruno's time's coming to an end, man.
Man.
He knows that.
I think that we're
Why is Saeed happy now?
Bro, for me, it's one of them. It should happen.
I'm sick
and tired of Bruno, man. I just don't like the fact that. Because I feel like for me, with Bruno, it's square pegs in round holes. We are accommodating Bruno so much when we've got Cunha. Cunha is a new Bruno now. We have got our Maverick now in Cunha. They're occupying the ball space. This is why I think sometimes I believe Mount is playing, because I feel like Cunha and Bruno occupy the same positions. So therefore, the manager's like, whoa. Can't really put you two together. Brentford was a disaster, and that was, I think, the last time they played in that, in that similar position. So, I think for me, next summer, get rid of him.
He will go.
Money while we can.
I say that pass to my guy was fake. Cunha ain't doing that.
Yeah, the thing is with Bruno,
I agree.
That was fake.
I agree.
Right, Bruno Fernandes is a better footballer than Matheus Cunha, and he has been for the last couple of years.
No way.
Bruno's the best midfielder in the league.
Cunha is a better footballer, man. What are we doing here?
Bruno's the best midfielder in the league.
Depends on. Listen to me. Hold on a minute. When you look
he's the best midfielder in the league. No one can talk. I don't care
Bruno.
about his profile.
Yeah, but he's comparing him to Cunha.
Who's better? Who's better? Who's better? Saeed, who's better?
Kidding me, bro?
No, give me a midfielder better.
Bruno is the best midfielder in the league.
Yeah, when he's fit, but he's not fit right now.
Whoa. Relax. No. When he's fit.
I said right now. I said right now. I said right now. You said Rodri. Come on, bro. He's right now.
No. The thing is, but we're talking about midfielders, though. It's not. Rodri's not dead. He's alive.
His knees are half dead.
He's still brilliant. By the way,
Rodri when he's fit.
I'm just saying. There's been no better midfielder than Bruno.
For too many years.
I genuinely think for me, I think you lot overrate Bruno. I think for me, when I look at Bruno Fernandes, yes, goal machine, gets goals, gets assists. But I think overall as a player, for me, he's a net negative. I've said it. I've said it so many times, bro. He's a net negative for Manchester United, bro.
Listen,
I've said it. For all the positives you get, you make the team worse. Generally. I don't know what you... Listen, it's true, though. United have been trying to shoehorn, and that's why I said Bruno Fernandes and Rashford need to go. Rashford's gone. Alhamdulillah, he's doing his own thing. United need to get rid of Bruno, and you will see the better form of Manchester United, where they're not relying on Bruno, where Bruno now lacks midfield discipline, where Bruno Fernandes is trying to do hero ball. Then we have this position where we're missing out. Look at it, bro. Bruno Fernandes, under Ruben Amorim will not succeed. I'm telling you now. Why is he playing in midfield? Why? Can you tell me why?
No, Saeed, that I agree with you. That part where you said that last bit, 100% I agree. I don't see how Bruno fits Amorim's system.
So there you go. That's
bad coaching. That's bad coaching. That's bad coaching.
No, Saeed, that part I agree with you. It's very clear. Everyone can see. You don't even have to be a Man United fan. You don't even have to be,
there you go.
A Premier League watcher to see that Bruno is not a right fit for Amorim's system. That's fine.
Where he's playing him, where Amorim's playing
where he's playing
even in the 10 role, he's not even in the 10 in his system.
Yeah, but listen. Okay,
I'll be honest. No. Why are you doing that? Wallahi, even in the 10 role for me, he's still lacks.
Saeed. Last season, when he was playing in the 10, in that last 5-6 months from beginning of the new year up until the end of the season, who was killing it for us week in, week out?
Diallo was carrying Man United.
More than Bruno.
Yes. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Seriously.
No, I hear it. When you
have with such a strong agenda that it's been going on.
Boys, we finished 15th.
I don't know what you lot are doing.
Why are we fighting? We finished 15th.
Are you allowing this?
No, we finished 15th. How are we saying who done better for us? We finished 15th, man. Let's move on.
Hussein.
The point I'm trying to make is
let me be the judge.
With Bruno, yes, he's structured like eventually he's going to be phased out because of the fact that if Amorim was to stay to the end of the season, or Amorim was to go into next season, it looks very clear that Bruno isn't going to be part of his plans because of the whole system issue. And let's be honest, he's of the age where if we get 100 million bid coming next summer, it kind of makes sense to let him go. But I will never, because of what Bruno's done for our club, since he's arrived, I will never say Bruno out. I'll never say that. If he wants to leave, he's more than welcome to leave. If he wants to stay, he can stay because of his service. So
you would allow but that's negligence from your part then. Because if he was not informed, if he was not informed, and you saying, "Well, I think Bruno's world class," so you would still play him in a team.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't play. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I wouldn't force Bruno out.
Out of the whole United. Okay, my bad.
I wouldn't force him out completely out of the club. I would never do that. I don't think I play like Bruno.
And by the way, this concept that I've heard for years, Bruno and Rashford, they're holding the idea that
I don't think they're holding them back yet, but we have relied on them.
We can't succeed with these guys in the team. You've got to get rid of them. That concept has always been so warped to me, and I say this to Cams and Lias when they believe this for years as well.
They're speaking facts.
The concept of getting rid of your best players to then start again. I think that idea surely has to be the more.
We can upgrade, though. We can upgrade.
How about upgrade the other players around them, and then your better players look better?
And we have to. We're getting better players around them now. Amad Diallo and Mbumo, Konya Sesko.
Rashford's gone. Brother. And Bruno's. I'm saying the concept over the last couple of years. I'm not necessarily talking about this team here right now. I'm just saying in general the idea that you have two of your best players and maybe they force you to play a certain way. That's a lot of people saying, they force us to play transition football because that's what they're best suited to.
Yes.
If you put Bruno into a possession-heavy side, Bruno would thrive regardless. If you put Rashford into a possession-heavy side, I have evidence of the Rashford one because look at him playing in the possession-heavy side right now.
I
know. Hold on a minute. Barcelona play a lot of transition football. Like
but they're a possession-heavy side. But they're a possession-heavy side. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mainly because of Pedri and whatnot. They've got players.
For whatever reason, they are.
A lot of it is transition. Go on, man.
No, Saeed, what was I saying? Going off what Ad's saying in terms of evidence as well. When I watched Bruno for Portugal, wallahi, that's a different player to one I'm watching Man United. And let me tell you listen, but now hear this. Wallahi, it's a different player because you know what it is? He's playing in a team where there's so much more talented players around him. He trusts the players around him. He's not.
They trust him. They trust him as well.
There's a reason why he's a vice captain of the team. You think that's what they do? You what with all the talent?
I was denied his leadership qualities.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this: you can't like the way footballers talk about Bruno, the way footballers talk about the way his national team, his teammates talk about him, the way his own players talk about him.
It's not
It can't be a coincidence that everybody rates him, but some section of Man United fans. How does that make sense?
Because we watch week out.
But
we all do. I've seen him for 5 years win me points and win me games.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Bruno does have that trait where he's so loud in a game that when you see what he does positively, it's very loud, and his negatives are very loud as well. He will go.
There you go.
There's both sides to it. I love Bruno.
He didn't say that's a negative.
For every positive he gives you, there's a negative. No, but it's true though. I just feel like for every positive he gives you, there's a negative behind it. And I just think for me that it's not sustainable. Hence why Man United have never ever been able to sort out their midfield problem. Because Bruno Fernandes has been at the heart of it, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Accommodating Bruno.
I disagree. Nah, I disagree, man. I just think when you see him for Portugal, he's a lot more calmer. Yeah. He's more careful with the ball. And then you're seeing him for Manchester United. It's like you have to give context. There's times where we're bro. Look at the situations that we've been in over the last since he's arrived. There's times where he's playing, let's be honest with you, with scrubs at times. He's been playing with scrubs at times. And as a player, Bruno's one of those type of guy. He can't hide his emotions. When he's frustrated, you know he's frustrated. When he's agitated on the pitch, he's agitated. That's when he starts doing this hero ball and tries to do. But you know what is? I respect the fact that at least he takes risks.
He has character on the football pitch.
He takes risks. And sometimes
he takes risks, bro.
Yeah, but what about Saeed, do you think it's a coincidence that when you look at the chances created, when they talk about the number of passes,
these chances created, by the way,
even this season,
I don't like these chances created, by the way, because I feel like for me, it takes corners, it takes free kicks. Bro, all right. They're all inflated, bro, because he is at the heart of everything, bro. There's a volume.
There's a reason why he's at the heart of everything.
No, but in a way, though. No, I mean that in a way. I'm not trying to do it in a way where you believe he's getting the ball and is.
I thought you were going to say.
I mean, he takes every free kick, he takes every corner, he spams the ball into space. Like, bro, he's forceful in what he does. Hence why his stats are very, very inflated. There's a stat that's going around saying Bruno Fernandes has created the most chances in the Premier League. Come on, bro. Have you watched the season?
Saeed. There's another stat. Though. There's another stat.
What?
There's another stat from this season. Do you know who's got the most through balls? Through balls. I mean, it's got to the target. Yeah. You know who's got the most through balls in the league? In any midfielder. Bruno Fernandes.
And where was this through ball made from? Like I said, and where was the player? Hold on a minute. Because we are playing a low block. We're playing low block, right? So when you're saying you're getting the ball and you're playing the through ball, it depends on where we are. So where if
fair point. I get what you're saying.
We have to on a line where everyone is.
Come on, you're making a fair point. I get where you're coming from. But still, though, he's number one. He's number one, though, Saeed.
Again, he's number one in the league. A lot of things, but stats don't tell you the full story. And I think with Bruno, he hides behind them stats. And I don't think he's that guy that everyone says he is. Yes, he scores goals. I will never take it away from him. Goal scoring, assists, he's been there. Man United, important player, he's been there. But I just think for me, we will be better without Bruno Fernandes. I guarantee you.
No, now I agree. Now I agree.
We might be better for other reasons, though. He's gonna go. Like, what's gonna happen now is obviously Bruno's getting to the age in which he's obviously going to have to move on from Manchester United, and this probably his last contract that he's signed, probably his last big contract that he's gonna have at a top team, right? The reality of the matter is, him moving on now might mean United sign. The light's about to go, Liban. The light's about to go.
Yeah, there you go.
I started timing it now. I can time it. But things will improve because we'll sign better midfielders, and United will improve. It won't be, and Saeed's gonna sit there and he's gonna go on YouTube and he's gonna go on TikTok. He's gonna tell the whole world, "Look, I told you so." It won't be because of that. It will be because of the evolution of the team and that Bruno gets to a certain age. You can't use that, and I know you will in the future. I'm watching Saeed TV.
Let's get there. But listen, let's get our predictions in. I reckon we'll win against Brighton. I think everybody's overreacting. This is a time when we break our hoodoo and we beat Brighton.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Inshallah. I'm going to say United to win 3-1. Ben, talk to me.
Honestly, my gut feeling says draw.
Draw. Cool.
That's
2-2
my
or
gut
1-1?
feeling, bro. I'm saying 1-1. I'm going for a 1-1.
Actually
1-1.
ended that.
I'm going for 1.
It's realistic though.
Oh, 1-1. Abs, what are you saying?
After I say the scoreline, everyone say I mean.
Inshallah.
2-1 Manchester United.
I mean.
Inshallah. Ruben, when you give Ruben Amorim his praise, I mean.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
You can't say let's when I mean, bro. You don't.
It's crazy.
Shall I answer?
Yeah.
Nah. We don't want to hear it. Come on,
I think
you're here. You're on a pod, bro.
Listen, let's just remember, we've struggled. Brighton at home. Wallahi, we have.
Tough.
Last season, he broke the TV. Let's remember that.
Oh yeah.
Ten Hag's
He did.
I was at Brighton.
Yeah.
Ten Hag's first ever game for Man United. We lost.
Yeah.
Brighton at home. So they scare me. I do think sometimes though, once you break something that's been we've been waiting for a back-to-back win. Now we've got a back-to-back win. I'm hoping we can just push on. I'm hoping. That's it. Mentality-wise, it switches. Inshallah, 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah. I don't think Lamens concedes.
Not conceded. Oh, he has conceded 1 goal. Yeah.
And if we do concede, it's Danny Welbeck. And he's an ex-United player, so technically we won 3-0.
Okay. I like that thinking. That's a good logic. I like that logic though. I like it. All right, man, quick question. Would you be happy with a draw?
No, not for me. Not for me, man.
No.
I can't.
Given that Brighton over the last few years have had our number, given that we're
away, yes, but not at home, bro. Not at home.
Nah.
I can't lie to you, bro. All right.
Leave it. Just say you're taking a draw.
No. All I'm saying is, what if you knew that Forest we were gonna get 3 points? Would you take a point from Brighton?
What we doing?
What are we doing here, man?
I'm putting scenarios in.
Let's wrap this pod up.
What I'm saying is, listen. Saeed, hear me out. I'm saying, imagine we draw to, let's just say we're on the scenario we draw to Brighton, yeah, but we beat Forest. Does that draw look that bad?
Yes.
It doesn't look bad, but
Because you've drawn against Brighton, but then you've gone to a hostile environment and you got 3 points against Nottingham Forest.
Well, Forest are struggling right now. They get the new manager Sean Dyche in right now.
Yeah, but it's going to be the first
why
game.
Why are you saying Jamaican accent? Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche. It is Sean Dyche. Sean the ball. Sean the Dyche.
Sean Dyche. Crazy.
Listen, man, what an episode. What a first podcast, the quad. Listen, man, we're going to be here weekly every Thursday. It will be here live to you. Spotify, all audios will be there as well. And big up the man, man. What do you think, man? First episode, not bad, innit?
I enjoyed it, bro. That was fun.
Elite. Yeah, healthy discussion, I think, as well, which was good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I said, we've all got different opinions. Look at that. We've had a Bruno debate. We've had evolutions. We've had all sorts, man, on here, man.
But let's make sure it's online, because in person, I might have to put Abs in a headlock. But online is nice.
Yeah. We've done that already a few times.
You remember last week? Yeah.
I'll tuck both of you in now, live on the pod.
Yeah. There you go, man. Look, you want to see that pay-per-view? Let me know in the comments.
Misfits.
But listen, lads, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your weekend. And man, hopefully we get the 3 points.
Inshallah.
Like I said, inshallah, man, you get me? We get the 3 points. And the next pod, we're all smiling, man, because what? Could be therapy. Guys, take care. Bye-bye. Peace.